Christian, you didn't eat the pizza?
I didn't go with them. I wasn't invited.
His fate was different.
Yeah, my fate was different. My fate was Chipotle.
Lunch of fate.
I much would have rather had this.
Thursday lunch came about because I think for a few years we were just randomly doing lunch here and there, and then I was like, you know what, let's actually have a specific time where we are intentional about going out to lunch together, because I think there's something that changes about a relationship when you sit across a table and share a meal together. And so I think it's really nice when we're intentional about doing that with people we work with, because relationships change when you have an opportunity to share a meal with somebody. At Showit, we want to provide not just in compensation, like not just in the way that someone is paid, but like we also really care about the person and growing them. And I think the people that you're around and the books you read, that is what is going to help you grow. And I think cultivating those relationships, especially with people you work with, is a big deal. And so the money that we spend on staff lunch is an investment in people growing together, not just in the work that they do, but in relationships. One of the things that I have frustration with is just time, and how long staff lunch was taking. And sometimes people we'd argue over what restaurant to go to or whatever else, and it felt like sometimes a restaurant would get picked that was far enough away that it took 20 minutes to get there and 20 minutes to get back. Now you spent 40 minutes just in your car traveling to staff lunch, and a lot of productivity of like actually getting things done. So we're like, oh man, let's just start to put a little bit of boundaries on where we can go. So we put a 3-mile radius, on where you can choose a location. When we used to be back at the mothership, that was a different 3-mile radius, and that included downtown Gilbert. My favorite restaurant there, Grubstack. When we moved here offices down to Santana Village, it's now outside the 3-mile radius, so we no longer can go to Grubstack, but those are the price you pay when you stick to a 3-mile radius. But there's a lot of really good restaurants within 3 miles of here, so I feel like we should be happy with anywhere we can go around here. Staff lunch grew as our team has grown, and then it just becomes harder to coordinate having a number of people and a big enough table, and then restaurant locations and things like that. So we reserve the right to change it up. We decided to do our lunch of fate, which means that we divide into groups of like 4 and do a random drawing for who ends up in your group, and then also spin the wheel to find out which place you're going to end up eating. The concept for the lunch of fate is really born out of some of the fun ideas that we've had from our Christmas party, where we do the urn of fate, which is an Italian tradition where you draw a present out, and it's the urn of fate, gives you your particular gift. So that's been a big tradition now for, 4 or 5 years at Showit. And so we took that and now have extended that into our lunch of fate, which becomes a drawing for who you're going to end up eating lunch with on that particular day. Even in a group of 12 or 15 or something like that, you end up talking with like 4 people. So rather than the difficulty of getting everyone together, I think intentionally saying let's have smaller groups go to different places. Still, it accomplishes what we want to do with staff lunch, but in ways that sometimes are more manageable and can create some fun memories. You could end up at Taco Bell, you could end up at a nice steakhouse. We don't know, it's fate that's going to let you determine where your lunch is this time, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, this is great tent, man.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a waste of footage.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with Jason.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Head of support for Showit. Jason, what are you going to get at Grimaldi's?
Today we're going to do the gluten challenge.
Eat as much gluten as we can?
Yep.
Tammy, are you in?
I'm in.
Okay.